Sylvanas is always a good ban. Yeah, Ragnaros ban coming out. I think you probably want to ban Sylvanas here. If you're not, then the other team might first pick Sylvanas, and yeah, you might be in trouble. The Tracer hover, though. Yeah, there's the Sylvanas. All right, do it. Do it. Unless you got some super strategy for beating her.
Always possible. Always possible.
The Diablo ban is not a bad ban either, but Sylvanas is really strong.
Okay, so apologies if I got the team names backwards on the draft. I can't see player names here, so I'm not sure which side is which. So I think I got those correct, but we will find out.
The Diablo ban.
I mean, that makes me sad. I'm wearing a Diablo shirt, and there is no Diablo. I am sad.
That is weird. I thought... Oh man, the Thrall first pick. This is really weird. I thought red team banned first, but then blue team got first pick.
Yes, that's
really weird.
They did a coin toss for the they did coin toss for the choice. So that may be the way that the coin toss worked out.
Interesting. Well, okay.
Agreed. Definitely different, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's see if red team here picks up the Sylvanas or not. Thrall's pretty strong first pick with the Earthquake and the Sunder buffs. Oh, the Sunder buff and still has Earthquake, so.
Right, right.
I could see denying Rhaegar here because Rhaegar Thrall is a pretty strong combo.
I could see that too. They're running low on time though.
And there's no the Rhaegar deny.
And a Raynor. Raynor choice.
Yeah,
well.
They picked up Jimmy. Good old Jimmy.
That is an interesting thing here. There is no pool. So you just have to get your choices right, you know, from the outset.
Alright, let's see. I mean, Thrall right now, because they picked up Rhaegar, is like a really open pick. Like, he's a solid pick. It doesn't really show that much, besides that you might have wanted to pick Rhaegar. So
right.
They can pick anything at this point.
Absolutely. Alright, I think I got my draft screen worked out as much as I want to for right now. So we'll leave it at that. It'll be interesting to see what they go next. Thrall doesn't show anything, like you said. But on the other side, neither does Rhaegar Raynor. So there's Artanis, like you called it, and a Sylvanas. Sylvanas is very strong on this map. On all Diablo
the swaps.
Maps.
We're going to see some swaps.
Looking for some god tier swaps for sure.
Yeah, Sylvanas is pretty strong. Pretty strong on this map.
The next ban went to them, so they in essence get 3 picks in a row here.
Oh shoot.
That's interesting. I did not know that about this system.
The bans and picks here are like really weird. Messing me up here.
Right? I agree. It's odd to get. You basically get 3 picks in a row, right?
Yeah.
But it's weird because the arrow is pointing to the other team. Enemy team ban GSG. Enemy team.
What arrow are you talking about?
The timer arrow.
There's an arrow on the timer.
Yeah, I see the arrow floating on the timer, so it's like pointing to the.
I guess it just means red team is banning, so that's. Oh wait.
But are they? Let's see. So enemy team.
Maybe that shows what's gonna happen.
Okay, so that was. No, that was.
Wait.
You're
Blizzard,
right,
what are you doing? Blue team's bans are on the right, and red team's bans are on the left. Why?
Right, like
that's what messed me up.
That's what I'm struggling with. Like, it's very weird because the blue team is now banning, but they're banning out. So the bans and picks have been in the correct order, and somebody
they've been in the correct order. It's just that the bans up at the top are
in the
reversed.
wrong sides.
Yeah,
it's
they're on the wrong
It's
sides.
throwing me off. Okay.
All right.
So the pick order
the Tyke
has
is
been
banned.
correct. Oh, I
Okay,
like
so
this. I like this.
Tyke is banned. Pick up Falstad ETC. This is a very
this.
old composition
This
here.
is solid
but
meta
it
pick
works.
right here.
Yeah.
On the red team, they got arguably the number 2 tank in the game. They have 2 globals if they choose to go stage dive. I like that pick. ETC is second only to Dibbles in my opinion, and with the Diablo ban, I'm happy here. All right, one of us is too loud. It's probably me. All right, we'll see. Thank you, Neo. We'll see if this is better. If not, I've made a note to check it when I get a break.
Oh, Liquid, you're very soft.
Am I?
I was just checking the stream. I think I'm louder than you are. So I wanna check that.
I just turned myself down, but if the problem is you, I can fix that easier. Alright, let's try that. I think I just turned it down.
The murky
Wait,
pick.
did that just happen?
The murky
What?
pick. What?
What? So confused.
Going in.
So confused. I love this choice, but I'm so confused. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, on the one hand, it's murky, which is awesome. But on the other hand, it's murky. I'm so confused.
I like the blue team. They have Artanis and they have Fat Artanis.
Alright, so I have my teams backwards, it looks like. Yes, I have my teams backwards. So let me go ahead and fix that real quick. Because Brewski is on BFC.
I'm looking on the stream. You turned yourself down so much we couldn't hear you.
Hopefully it's better now. Alright, I would... Okay, so we got GSG rocking the blue colors right now. We got BFC rocking the red colors right now. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'll introduce red team. You can introduce blue team, and we'll go from there. So on the red team, we have Johnny True playing ETC, Brewski on the Falstad, Dude of the Ness on Rhaegar, D-Dubep on Raynor, and Shenron on the Murky.
And on the blue team, we have Shotdown 007 on Stitches, Menace on Artanis, Christopher on Oriole, Wordplay on Thrall, and GSG Weapon X on Sylvanas.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm curious to see how this Murky is gonna do actually.
I am too, and it looks like on the right with BFC we're gonna automatically start with a split, and on the left we're gonna go 5-man in the middle with Grind Squad. So we'll see if they get a pick here or not, but they're definitely waiting and looking. Meanwhile, Murky going deep straight after the fountain, like almost immediately. Thrall coming down to stop him, but it may not be soon enough.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Thrall did kill him, but ooh, and that fountain barely survives. But it did survive, and that's the critical thing. You need to have that fountain for later. However, Murky
Ooh, the swap on Raynor at top lane.
Ooh, I missed that. Was it good? It must have been. Raynor's took some serious damage there and has to go back and tap already. Sylvanas doing Sylvanas things top lane, helping out Grind Squad. Mid lane, nothing's really happening. We're just clearing the lanes and doing what we normally do. Murky's still going after that fountain. He did pick it up this time. So
I like this healer versus healer going on in mid.
I somehow knew you would. Looks like we're gonna get a little collapse, possibly on the Murky and the Falstad. Murky doesn't really care. He's just being annoying, as Murky is wont to do. Meanwhile, back to mid lane, we got Falstad coming up, and he's trying to do some damage to that Stitches. But it's Stitches with a nice hook on Brewski to pull him back in, get some cannon damage on him. Looks like we're gonna have the lower lane shrine be the first shrine, which is nice with Murky having taken out that healing fountain for the blue team. And Murky not wanting to wait, already going ahead and starting giving his team a little bit of a lead on the minion kills.
Yeah, red team is really leading that. It's the 17-0.
Yeah, and well, blue team took a while to rotate down there, but now they're here, and it looks like they want a challenge for this. I don't know, with that lead though, 26-4, I don't know if they're going to be able to put enough pressure on to take this one for themselves.
Well, both teams just posturing half and half on each side of the shrine.
Yeah,
Can't
half
get
and
the
half,
swaps.
that kind of lead, I mean, you're going to take it, right? So.
Yeah, you have to push them out right now as blue team if you want to win the shrine.
Which it does look like they're going to do. They got a lot of damage going in bottom, ETC getting really low but getting out. Meanwhile, Murky died again. But the rest of the red team really low, but they do secure it.
Yeah, blue team doing some work right here. They're killing some people so that there's less value on the Punisher. However, they did not bait it over the wall, so it's going to take slightly longer to kill.
That may actually be okay there. Because they're dealing with just one Punisher by itself. They may lose the cannons here, but they've taken almost no force damage. So even if they lose the wall at this point, the fort is completely healthy. Back in mid lane, it looks like ETC is trying to finish off this Thrall, and he does with the help of Falstad and Rhaegar.
Yeah, Thrall overextending a bit right there. Just gets caught out by ETC slide.
It looks like we're gonna start some camps here. Yep, mid lane. BFC is gonna hit their camps.
Yeah, they're gonna want to be careful of this Murky though. Murky doing Murky things, just taking out all your walls, all your towers.
Yeah, you can't let Murky alone for that long. And it looks like he is gonna get Sylvanas and Arcanus up there with him. But 2 people for the price of a Murky is actually a pretty decent trade from Murky's point of view and the team's point of view.
Yeah, Murky being really annoying.
Whole top wall gone. That top cannon's almost done.
That hook onto Raynor, not really any follow-up because it's Oriole Stitches.
Right, what are you gonna do there? And
Well, they're all getting caught out again though.
red team getting a lot of value out of camps right now. Two of their 3 camps are already pushing. Falstad going top lane. Murky here taking little invade on the Butane's camp. I don't know if he's gonna end up getting this though. He might. He might. This Murky is one of those Murky players who is both annoying and good at the same time, which is really what you want to see in your Murky, but playing against it is really annoying. So now they have a decision to make. Murky's pushing bottom lane with all these minions. Meanwhile, top lane is where the Punisher's going to show up, and they have lost their entire front wall top lane. So there's nothing to bait the Punisher over at this point. They have to win this Punisher, or they're going to have a very difficult defense and probably lose this fort. In the meantime, Thrall and Sylvanas did secure the top Shaman camp. So that's going to go ahead and push. Meanwhile, the rest of the red team, BFC, is getting ready to come up to the shrine. Murky died again, which is fine. It's Murky. XP is basically even for everybody right now, so there's no real disadvantage to all these Murky deaths so far. And they haven't started the shrine yet. The red team's going to have enough time to clean up the Shaman camp before the shrine has even been started.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that they aren't starting the camp already.
Yeah, that seemed like
shrine.
a misstep to me. The shrine, they've only killed 1, and they're focusing on the team fight right now. And while they are up 5...
That ETC slide.
That was a great slide. While they are up 5 versus 4, and now Murky's back, and they're not exactly healthy at the moment. So it looks like we're going to go 1 for 1, 1 for 2. Oh, 1 for 3. That's a good engage for the blue team. They
Yeah,
only
you're
lost for Artanis, but
you're probably gonna wanna do the shrine more aggressively than that because they do have a Murky who's just gonna keep respawning and coming at you.
right. And that's what he's doing, right? Nobody on the red team's gotten any value and gotten any minion kills yet. But they're not taking any pressure either. So at this point, it's almost worth backing out, getting ready. If you're the red team, getting ready for a strong defense. Meanwhile, if you're the blue team and you're GSG, I mean, I'd be pushing this as hard as I can. I would have Sylvanas and one or two of your other players trying to threaten this front wall. Don't just take the Punisher. Right, at this point, what's going to happen is they'll bait the Punisher over, and you're still only going to get the wall, where if you've been pressuring that front wall, there's a good chance you were getting more than that front wall by itself.
See, this is gonna be tough for red team. Oh, not as tough as I thought. That gust was good.
Good gust. There was a good Hyperion to zone them out a little bit. The silencing arrow from Sylvanas.
Whoa, that swap.
That was a great swap. That's a dead false stat because of that swap.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if you wanted to do that. Oh, shoot.
That swap was awesome.
Yeah, blue team didn't get as much value as I thought they would because of that fantastic gust. Like, they do have Sylvanas, so I thought they would be able to take out the fort at least, but...
I expect them
gust...
to keep pushing. It was 5-on-4. I don't know why they're backing out of this. They had the advantage. And they have a Sylvanas. Shut the towers down and just go in. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Great swap into a Rainer Gorge. Now kill the Rainer. Boom. Don't back out. Play. You have an aggressive team comp. Like, push through it. Let's, you know. And that's what they did, GSG. And now Stitches is looking for another one, and he's got the Rhaegar with really no follow-up. Oh, the swap!
Oh, that swap!
The swap was beautiful. Clearly, Menace has put some time in because that was a great swap for a dead Rhaegar.
And, you know, when you're blue team, you turn around and you look behind you and you're like, all right, let's see what we have left. And Murky's just taking all your buildings.
Meanwhile, yeah, Murky and Falstad bottom lane are just kind of doing work with that Siege Giant camp. But it looks like they're going to come and try and collapse, at least on the Siege Giants. They did find Murky's edge and get a kill on that. Oh, no, my mistake. They weren't collapsing. They decided they wanted their middle lane Siege Giants to push. Looks like Thrall might go back and try and clear that up. Falstad cleaning Falstad cleaning the middle lane up.
Oh, like the hooks.
That was a good hook, but Falstad was able to escape. Stitches did not use that opportunity to gorge him. It looks like we do have middle lane shrine, or bottom lane shrine is active. And it does look like BFC is going to get in there first and start it right away with their Murky.
Yeah, this isn't looking that great. Well, they're kind of even, I guess. But
it's interesting that GSG is not pushing in on this right away. They are 13. Artanis did miss his swap there, and that was a good gust to interrupt this kill. And save the life of, I think that hook was going in on Rhaegar. Hyperion to try and zone in a deep power slide by ETC, doing a lot of damage, but Earthquake comes out. Rhaegar's, oh man, what is Bloodlust came out. ETC gets deleted though, after diving in deep, and it looks like GSG's gonna win this engage, yeah. With 4 for nothing, and now have plenty of time to go ahead and go 40 minions here.
Yeah, the damage on the team fight looked pretty even. However, the blue team has much more sustain with Oriel, Thrall who can heal himself, Artanis shields, and then Stitches who can also heal himself.
Right.
Compared to just Rhaegar right now, he doesn't actually heal that much until like later on.
They're not actually pushing with it. They decided to grab that camp in the middle. Only Stitches went with the Punisher. I don't know if you saw that or not, but now they have a camp pushing middle. They're definitely getting this fort and tower, and the mortar Punisher's just kind of running rampant in the back line.
Yeah, they're gonna get mad Sylvanas value right now.
Absolutely. And I could see them getting this entire wall down. And they're not far off. They're about 2 full levels ahead right now. Oh, that was a nice stun. That was a 3-man Punisher stun. I wanted to see them capitalize that a little more, maybe throwing a silencing arrow earlier, but that was a dead Jimmy. Jimmy, where are you? Jimmy, you're dead. But like I said, they did get the full wall, so that's a lot of value. They got a lot of value out of that Punisher, and they still have 1 Siege Giant up pushing middle. Probably not going to get much more than this tower, but it might actually get this tower. Yep, and there's the tower, and it looks like they're going to push with 3 guys and Sylvanas and maybe get a little more, but deciding to back out as the entire red team comes running to their tower's aid. Meanwhile, Artana's bottom lane picked up a set of Siege Giants, and the rest of the team, middle lane's picking up the other set of Siege Giants. So we're going to have 2 independent pushes going. So they're basically just taking the time and painting the map blue in this case. Because it does look like they're going to take their shamans too.
Red team is gonna have a hard time fighting a couple levels down here,
16 versus 14. I mean, that could be painful. I would like to see GSG invade the red shaman camp here. And it looks
here
like
they're coming in.
They're either coming in to do that or they're setting up for an ambush, because clearly BFC knows what's up.
Oh, but who's ambushing who here?
Right? This is that could be a dead ETC there. He just stage dived into the same location, which was right in the middle of that earthquake. I'm not sure that's really what he meant to do there.
Oh man.
Gus taking them out of Hyperion into Jimmy's path and taking out Jimmy. Meanwhile, Gorge has been used and it's going to pop out an ETC that's going to die. So 2 for nothing, the invade is done, and it looks like they're going to put a lot of pressure on this top wall.
Falstad throwing Jimmy under the bus a little bit there, you know, like I don't want him in my face. Here, Jimmy, you take him.
Falstad drove that bus right over Jimmy. This will be interesting. Now, 1 of 2 things can happen here. Mid Shrine is up. Either Murky's gonna come in and try to defend this, which it looks like he is, or he could have pushed that Shrine solo. I don't know, I probably would have liked to have seen Murky take that Shrine. I think Blue Team was smart enough, they just wanted to take the keep. And now they're going to back out and they're going to go right into that mid lane and take that mid lane shrine. Where had Murky started this shrine itself, I think he could have had a good enough lead that they would have lost more than that keep. And in doing so, may have actually picked up this Punisher. Instead, by the time they get here, they're not even coming in. They're just down defending. Picking up their Siege Giants here. Murky's gonna push in bottom lane and try and get some damage on that wall and some soak and try to get them 16 because they still haven't hit 16 yet.
Yeah, red team not contesting that shrine at all. They're just going straight for that bottom fort or keep.
You're right. It looks like everybody's moving down there except Falstad, who's just trying to scout to see where Thrall is. And that Gust was, I'm not sure I would have taken that Gust there, but that's okay.
He's trying to buy time. Right,
but buy time against just a Thrall, I mean, everybody could have escaped anyway against just a Thrall. And I feel like now he's burned that Gust and it's down for the 60-second cooldown, you know?
I don't know if they want to be going towards the shrine. That's a trap, really, because the enemy team left it with only 2 minions.
Right, they don't have to do anything except for an aerial sweep, Stitches slam. Like, there's nothing to hit that shrine. They did finally get 16, though.
Yeah, red team realizes it's a trap, so they're like, wait, no, we don't actually want to do any of that.
It was interesting, too. Falstad flew up to the top lane to defend it against minions instead of just being. And the flight path took him right to basically where the keep was. So I feel like he could have saved his flight there as well. Red team, meanwhile, blue team rather, pushing in with this Punisher. And that bait did not work. Oh, poor Murky, you kept the Punisher on the wrong side of that gate, my friend.
Hyperion getting some pretty good value, hitting like everybody right there, but...
Right, everybody but the Thrall. The Thrall went down low enough that he was out of that path. But everybody else did stay in it. Thrall alone now, but dropping Earthquake. And immediately getting
yeah, that was a nice Aegis.
And that Bloodlust was just a call to please kill me. I'm Rhaegar and I'm standing right here. Like, oh, there's a Rhaegar in our midst that just cast Bloodlust. Let's kill him real quick. This looks like the end for BFC, and it looks like Grind Squad Gaming is going to finish this game. Yeah, I don't know that there's any coming back from this. The GG's already being called. Of course, that's by the blue team, but there we go. He's just saying as well. And that is going to be the game. Grind Squad Gaming taking out BFC in that first game. It was a good game. It was two interesting comps. I was hoping to see something a little bit stronger from Murky, but I think Murky did what he was supposed to do. It didn't quite work out as well as they were looking for. Thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is hindsight, right? But maybe ETC might have been able to, or I guess Red Team might have been able to do a bit better if he did take that mosh pit and see what he could get done with that. There are quite a few interrupts on Blue Team, but, you know, like I said, hindsight.
Hindsight. So do you want to stay with GSG?